race, you will rest and you will meet people, and actually they make my life very easy. Always great food and good people. I get a laugh, I get a time to relax a bit, and then go to bed. And they try to feed me some caipirinhas along the way. I'm not allowed until tomorrow night. So exactly after we win. So, I just want to welcome you guys. I hope we get too drunk tonight. Otherwise, tomorrow we won't see the race. We'll get drunk together tomorrow night. I just want to welcome all of you. I know we're going to chat a little bit, so just enjoy your night, and I will see you guys tomorrow again before the race. I'll be all dressed up and pretending that I know what I'm doing. And we'll talk a little bit more.
Tony does know what he's doing. 144 consecutive starts so far in IndyCar. Tomorrow is your 145th, I believe, consecutive start in a row in IndyCar. This gentleman here is the master. He says he's getting old. So on those older bones, a lot of G-forces going around the track. Those of you who had the chance today to go to the track, you know where we are, top of 3A, great view going up through the S's up there. You can see the G-forces that are happening to the drivers, and you can't really see over that corner. Can you just describe for us what it's like coming up over that corner, trying to imagine what's on the other side?
It's really tough. I think the series, actually IndyCar made this track much safer since we've been racing here. It's such a blind corner, and especially you can imagine that your normal cars, we're already sitting quite high to the ground, and in IndyCar you're sitting inches from the asphalt, and then when we go up there, you just try to imagine what you're gonna see, but you really don't see it. So that's what's interesting about this track. It's going to turn 3. You just really there is a little bit of a curve on inside of 3A, and actually right where you guys are, there is a pole. So that's where I actually look at it. So that's when I know where to turn. So it's very interesting. It's a fun track to drive, a very difficult track to pass. So the race might going to look a little bit boring in the beginning, but I think the people that make last mistakes, and they will actually try to save their tires. Our tires are being a big factor here today. And the weather itself, I mean, as you guys know, we wake up in the morning, it's 50 degrees, and it rises up to 92 degrees during the day. And the track, the way it's built, I think if you guys been to the track already, around the track, on the runoff areas, there's a little bit of a sand. It's not grass, it's not runoffs. And that with the wind, the strong winds during the day and during the race, they get to the racetrack and it gets really slippery for us. So it's a fun track for the fans to watch. For us, sometimes it's quite tough. That's, I think, they should feed us wine and some caipirinha so we don't have to worry about it. But I love it. It's one of my favorite racetracks. I love to come here. It's one of the few places that really people really get to enjoy, not just the racetrack. I mean, IndyCar puts a good show, but the outside, when you have plenty of places to go and enjoy your night, your evening. I mean, we don't. I mean, I usually just go from the hotel to the track and back. People think we have a life that we travel everywhere, but it's a fun track. I think you guys are going to enjoy it a lot. It's going to be a tough race tomorrow.
Those of you who were at the track today, you saw that Tony will be driving on either the red wall tire, which is a softer tire, or the black wall tire. Keeping in mind we're in a public setting here, without giving away too much information, can you divulge a little bit of strategy for tomorrow?
Sure. I mean, the red tire, they're not red. I mean, it just has a wall, like you said. But you have two types. The red tires are much softer, which it gives the car a lot more grip, so we go faster than the blacks. But actually, they also wear out a lot quicker. So what we're gonna try to do, by the rules, we gotta use both sets during the race for at least one lap. So we're gonna have probably 3 stops tomorrow. We didn't qualify very well. We had a little bit of a problem. We're starting 21st. So my strategy will be the black tire. It's slower, and because it's very hard, and they're not lasting very long here for some reason. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna try to put the blacks to start the race, and we're gonna play a little bit of a strategy as far as fuel, and we're gonna pit a little earlier and put the reds for the next 2 stops. because by the rules, like I said, we have to use it, and then just try to move forward. So maybe for where we're starting, because we got a bad qualifying spot, maybe a strategy will play a little more. So basically, we're gonna pit, we call a window, it's a pit window. We have 22 gallons in the tank, and obviously you should pit by lap 25. That's what burn almost 3 miles per gallon. Not very good. So it's just, it's a race car. And the set of tires cost $15,000 and we use for 20 laps. That's not. I don't buy them, so. So we're gonna try to come off and maybe pit by, we call a window, it's like after 10 gallons, it opens your window that you can do it in 3 stops. And then I can get off the black tires, and we're gonna put ourselves in the back at that time. But then when everybody pits, I get a clean racetrack, and I have a chance to make it up. The series is very competitive. I mean, we have 28 cars here, and we're divided from first to last by a second and a half. And that's nothing. If that means if one of my mechanics during the pit stop, he loses a rim nut and he loses 2 seconds, I could have gone from first to last. So it's very tight and it's very competitive. So that's my strategy, and we'll see. Hopefully it works.
Yeah, hopefully it works, and we'll be right behind you rooting. We'll be up there in 3 waving at you as a goodbye. Okay. Last question for you, then we're going to let you join us for dinner. If you are new to IndyCar racing, if you've not seen Tony Kanaan race, qualifying sometimes, a couple oval races ago, we were right up there, qualified 3rd, ready to rock and roll. Tony's with a brand new team as well this year. But there is nobody who charges to the front more than this young man does. He, no matter where he starts from, he's probably got the record so far for this year in IndyCar for advancing more positions than anybody. And that's really something to watch. So starting 21st, moving up through the field tomorrow. When you're moving up through the field, you've got your gear levers on the shifters actually on the steering wheel of these cars. Can you just describe for us just roughly all the gear changes you have to make going around the circuit?
Sure, I mean, it's probably, we will change upshift and downshift. It's like, some of the cars already have it. I mean, all the beauty is all the technology that you guys have in some of your cars we developed. We're kind of the lab, so it's pedal shifting on the steering wheel. We might shift probably 48 to 52 times per lap. So people think it's not a physical or a very demanding sport, which sometimes they go, well, I'm just sitting there for 2 hours. Air condition, somebody talking on your ears, is my boss around? It's like, can you go a little faster and save fuel? Well, sure, and try to win.
Of course.
Why not? So, 48 to 52 times per lap, counting the upshifts and the downshifts. Obviously, it's a very advanced system. We don't have to lift the throttle to upshift, and we don't have to press the clutch, as anybody knows how to drive a stick. Brazilians all do, because didn't have many automatic cars in the past. You don't have to press the clutch to downshift, which is, it does the blips for you, and it's really advanced, and it's fun just going up the gears. When you guys hear us changing, you just put the pedal to the floor and you just pull the gears up, and it's one of the best feelings. I mean, I love it. Obviously, I can't describe enough how fun it is, how much I love what I do. And tomorrow we just made a bet. I passed my record. It's 11 cars on the first lap. I'm gonna try to do that tomorrow. It's gonna be a little tough. So we're trying to again enjoy our night. I mean, I know I need to be the first table to go get the food just because I like to be first. So.
Can I talk first though? Can I say a few words first?
I don't know. Sure.
Are you very hungry?
Yes, you're the boss actually. Yes, boss. Yes. So Silvia's here. And, thank you very much.
Now, I don't have to go up there.
No, I don't.
No? You all the same height.
I like to win everything, so I'm taller. I'm winning.
You mean you're always winning? No, I don't understand. Okay. Anyhow, I'm Sylvia. On behalf of Fabex Brazil, I'd like to welcome to this beautiful Sonoma weather. I think it's this is one of, I think, everyone's favorite race. You just said it was one of your favorite races. And Sonoma is such a beautiful place, and we're so happy you're all here. Apex Brazil is the Brazilian Trade Investment Promotion Agency. And if you are here, I mean, if you're a Brazilian company, you're joining us in our program. If you're an American company, you're here because you're very, very important to a Brazilian company. This is a project that we have been doing since 2009, and we let Brazilian companies invite their best clients to the fun weekends, and that's what we hope we have. I hope you talk a lot with the Brazilian company, that you buy more from them. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Brazilian companies made me say that. I mean, it wasn't included in my speech, but they said I had to do it. But yeah, we have a deeper relationship with the Brazilian company, and our way of doing this is with the help of IndyCar. That has been our partner. We have been sponsoring IndyCar since 2009. It all started because of the fuel long time ago. As you probably know, IndyCar runs on ethanol, and we were interested in promoting Brazilian ethanol. But then very soon, I mean, even before the first race, we try to involve every sector. So here you have, cachaça, IT, plastics, shoes, fashion. So we try to involve, yes, marble and granite, correct. You have.
I had your speech.
The marble people should sponsor you now. Because
maybe they can give me some.
So we have been sponsoring IndyCar, and I think for us it's much more than sponsorship. They have been our partners throughout these 3 years, and in the future we're going to be together. And we have, it's not always that he's able to come, but we have a very special guest. Terry Engstedt, the president of sales of IndyCar. He's here with us tonight. Do you mind joining me a little? He's going to say a few words, and then I'll be back with a very quick video. I promise you. Tony can go and circle. Yeah. But yeah. So Terry.
Thank you, Sylvia. I will make this very brief because these guys are pretty tough acts to follow, as you can see. But I will say, on the business side of IndyCar, and the team I work with has the pleasure of really developing business. And I will say, shortly after the merger with Champ Car, when we really kind of relaunched the business, the very first significant sponsor to step in was Apex Brazil. And you can't imagine the difference that made to us. The long history and tradition of open wheel racing in Brazil just allowed us to connect from the fuel supply standpoint to really start to promote and deepen the relationship with the Tony Kanaans, the Elio Castroneveses, the Ana Beatrices, the folks like that, the Vitor Miras, that allow us to really develop this much deeper. And we really appreciate everybody here. We are here to help you develop your business and to really make this a sustainable model. It's one that has worked for us completely worldwide. We're now looking at other markets to really replicate this same type of relationship. So it's a huge thanks to Apex Brazil. As Sylvia said, it's more than business, it's family. And we could not be more proud of the relationship and welcome everybody here. And they know where to find us, and anything we can do to help you in your endeavors, that's what we're here for. So thank you very much for being here tonight.